Cozmik UV, co-host Empress Star. She take you far, no matter where you are. Huh? Empress Star take you far no matter where you are, man. You know what I'm saying? She got Sacred Space coming up tonight. That's a space created just for the feminine energy. All the ladies to level up, to elevate, to levitate, whatever the tates, the eights, huh? You know what I'm saying? Hope all is well. We have another great random topic for you, you know what I mean? And it means so much, you feel me? Balancing, navigating, harmonious rhythm, whatever. Balancing children and a healthy relationship, whether you're married, engaged, you are doing a father figure role, mother figure role, whatever variety of stuff. You're a poly parent, whatever's going on, all right? We doing all, we gonna sweep out. We gonna sweep out. You know how we gonna sweep. All right, so let me go ahead and share this real quick, man, and we're gonna go ahead and get straight to it. Empress Star, the co-host, she will be coming through with a portion of this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up, and then we're gonna get up out of here, and then we're gonna see what Sacred Space got going on tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I tell a lot of y'all, I'm gonna do a little small talk while I'm getting everything shared out. Be telling a lot of y'all, man, a lot of people it sound good, man. Stop getting your hopes up about people's words, man, until they follow through on what they say. I'm learning that very, you earning my stripes in that. People talk a real, especially spiritual people, spiritual and black pride and all this other stuff and black power. And people be talking a good one till it's actually time to really make some moves. And you be surprised how funny moving motherfuckers are, for real. You know what I mean? Anyway, man. Let's go. Okay, balancing children, a healthy a healthy adult relationship, and a social life is one of the biggest challenges many parents face. It requires intentional structure, communication, and boundaries so that neither parenting responsibilities nor personal growth are neglected. Here's a bust down. Too many of y'all, them, they, us, those, whoever, are too wrapped up into the children, fam. And then what a lot of people are realizing once they get teenagers and tweens and stuff like that is, and some of them, people realizing it late. That's why you have a lot, like I was saying the other time, you got a lot of women with the empty nester syndrome. You feel what I'm saying? Because they've thrown themselves and consumed themselves with the children and the grandchildren and just and put themselves on the back burner so many years. You feel me? It's just like, and that's what I be telling people. Like, it's hard for me to feel bad for you when you had a choice not to put yourself on the back burner for years, but for year after year after year, you kept doing it. Moment after moment after moment, you kept doing it. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, at some junction, you got to snap out of that shit. You hear me? Okay, here we go. Number one, children and parenting. Children need stability, attention, and guidance. However, they don't need every ounce of your energy or energy. They need children. Those children, teenagers, tweens, all that shit need stability, attention, and guidance. However, they don't need every ounce of your energy or both. Quality over quantity. Consistent, meaningful time with your children, meals, bedtime routines, shared activities often matters more than constant availability. Teaching interdependence, y'all know I don't like the word independence. Teaching interdependence helps children grow while also giving parents breathing room. Teaching interdependence. See, ladies and whomever, parents, you hear me? When we make them too overly dependent, fam, and we coddle them so much, then a lot of women be like, I don't get a break. That's because you made them overly dependent. So now they don't, it's just like a grown person, like some grown people, we got homies, friends, colleagues. They want you to do all the work for them. They don't want to do shit. You ain't ever had somebody like that, fam. Yeah, I mean, but they want to get the credit, but they don't want to do shit. Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, we know a different variety of versions of people that's like that. You know what I mean? So look, it says teaching interdependence helps children grow while also giving parents breathing room, man. Adult, especially when you're a single, what they call single parent, you hear me? Adult relationships, romantic or partner. All right, you ready? Many couples lose themselves. Many couples lose themselves in quote unquote parent mode, end quote, and forget their bond. Talk to me today. We're gonna walk that walk to me today, B. Keep dating each other. Set aside time and space each week, even if just an hour, end quote. If only for one night, end quote. For a date night walk or a at-home bonding. You got to put forth let's say, when y'all be arguing about somebody got to, man, it's supposed to be mutual effort, mutual, you know what I mean? That's why I was telling y'all about that, when people courting you, men's supposed to chase, ain't nobody supposed to chase nobody. Because that what a lot of y'all be fucking up at. Men are supposed to chase. No, they're not. No, they're not. If you got to told y'all over and over, if you got to chase something, that means it is running away from you. It does not want to be bothered. Do you feel me? Look, divide and conquer, share household and parenting duties so one partner doesn't feel overburdened. So sometimes you got to play good person or a passive and an assertive, soft parent, and then a little bit more disciplinarian parent, because they need that balance. Because I'm telling y'all now, anybody, it don't matter who it is, children, elders, seniors, or your homies, your family, motherfuckers will run over you, fam. I'm telling you, when motherfuckers get to the level of complacency and entitlement and shit, they will run you over. And then will tell you, I didn't ask you to do all this for me. Nigga, I'm trying to tell you, if I would do that shit, I'm telling you. Open communication. Express needs, frustrations, and gratitude regularly to avoid resentment. All right. Social life, all right, and friendships. Socializing keeps you connected, mentally healthy, and prevents isolation. Blend social with parenting. Play dates and fun outings or group activities allow connection without neglecting children. Individual outlets. Each partner should also maintain solo friendships and hobbies. Healthy individuality strengthens the relationship. Balancing all three. Set boundaries. Set healthy. Let's throw that healthy word in there. Healthy, active boundaries. Set healthy, active boundaries. Children should learn that adults also have time and space for themselves. Let's run it back. Children, teenagers, adolescents, whatever other words they calling them now, millennials, Gen Zs, all that shit, should learn that adults have time and space for themselves and their relationship. Because guarantee when they get them, oh, I got a crush on, I don't know if they do crushes and shit nowadays, but anyway, I got a crush on this person, or I like this person, or whatever, they get to wanting to be serious, I guarantee you they gonna ignore your ass. I'm trying to tell you, you be like, what happened to all this want to be about it? Man, they gonna be gone like a motherfucker. Yeah. All right, okay. Schedule and routine, because look, that's what we want for them. Though, see, a lot of these parents, a lot of these whatever handlers, you so lonely that you actually don't want your children to, you know, have the life skills and be a functionable whatever, so they can have their own tribe and shit like that. Some people are grooming their children to get them to stay around them for fucking ever. You hear me? Like the Adams family and Fester and shit. You know what I'm saying? Schedule. Okay, let me see. Flexibility. Things will shift. Side children, work, stress. However, having a baseline balance prevents burnout. Support systems, family, friends, if you got any of that shit, you hear me? Or babysitters, if you got any of those that actually, can help lighten the load so you're not always in parent mode. All right. Conclusion, you know what I'm saying? A healthy balance is about intentional choices. Intentional choices. Children thrive when their parents are fulfilled, not burnt out. Let's come on back. Let's come on back. Children thrive when their parents are fulfilled, not burnt out. A strong relationship models love and stability for children, and a maintained social life keeps adults grounded and whole. All right, that's good stuff right there. All right, Empress Star is gonna come on and do her piece, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close out, and then we're gonna see what we got for later for the sacred space. Let me go ahead and get Empress Star and get out her way. She's setting herself up in the studio. Y'all hold on to maintain.
Change your pace, change your pace. So you know what that means. It's time for me to hang out with you for the second part of the show. I like to thank everyone for hanging out with us for this time. Thank you so much. Just grateful to be able to exchange this energy to help empower you. You know, each one teach one. So we got Sacred Space. I have Sacred Space, and we also have Who You With Wednesdays. And if anybody want to be a guest, or just come and promote your whatever you have going on in your life, or just want to be on the show, a host or a co-host, just let us know. Get in touch, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate that. We're here. We need to get these subscribers up, so we can make it do what he do. All right, so we are talking about balancing our star seeds and having a healthy adult relationship and social life. Now we already know that's hard as hell. Especially when you're a single parent and you're just so used to the rigmarole of just having your children all the time, just having your star seed. My analogy that I like to use, my star seeds, we're like the ducks. I'm the mommy duck. And they're the little ducklings, and when I walk, it's just like a little a line of ducklings behind me. And trust me, that can get tiring. I know, I know, I know. So, does anyone else have any experiences like that, where as soon as they get up to move, the children are right behind them on their coattail, shirt tail, pulling and tugging. You got 60 extra pounds holding you down. All right, so now we're going to talk about practicing healthy boundaries as parents with children. So, healthy boundaries with our star seeds are one of the most important and often overlooked aspects of parenting. Boundaries don't mean being cold or distant. They actually help children feel safe, respected, and teach them how to navigate relationships in the real world. How's that? Boundaries are important because of security. Children feel more secure when they know what's expected. Respect. Respect teaches our children that relationships involve limits, not entitlement. Modeling. Parents show what healthy self care and balance look like. Independence. Children learn to manage frustration and self regulate when boundaries are set. So, what are a few practical ways to practice healthy boundaries? One is with time boundaries, of course. Teach our children that you should have your own time as an adult. Let me say that again for the people in the back, include myself. We need to teach our star seeds that we as adults have to have our own time. And for adult time, it's adulting, whatever you want to do in that adult time, minus the children. It could be a safe space for you to just relax in the tub, or, grab you a glass of wine, or, go to the park or something and journal just by yourself, not with the children. We definitely need to teach them that as an adult, we need our own time. Especially if you're in a relationship. An example would be, mommy and daddy are talking right now. I'll help you in 10 minutes. And that's showing a healthy boundary, a healthy time boundary. Another practical way is with space boundaries. Designate private spaces. Spaces where your children are not allowed. For example, your bedroom or your office, especially your bedroom. I mean, that's if you have a house full of star seeds, there has to be somewhere where it's off limits. Where you have to have boundaries. You set those boundaries where they cannot come in, aka your sacred space. Space is. So yeah, just make sure you got your space so you can gather them thoughts when life is seeming like, it's just going crazy. It's just in a whirlwind. It's in a twister effect. When you need to ground yourself, you need that personal sacred space. So make sure we have space boundaries. Like I was just saying, this is mommy room. The only time you can come in here is when I say it's okay. We all know we need emotional boundaries. We don't need to let our children carry the weight of adult stress or relationship issues. Absolutely not. Why would you trauma dump or dump on a child when they don't have the mental capacity to even understand? So you're growing them up faster than what they're supposed to be. I'm not saying don't raise your child mentally, like try to get them to work their brain mentally. I'm saying Don't try to emotionally get them to work their brain dealing with adult situations or the adult drama that you have, or the adult stresses you have, or relationship issues. And another thing we need to do is, like, when we're really overwhelmed and messed up with our children, we need to really work on how we address our children and how we speak to them. I know, because I'm definitely guilty of having diarrhea at the mouth, and a lot of times, a lot of the anger, it doesn't even come from them. Like, they just add on, and add on, and add on, and then something else can happen with someone else, and then they add on a little more, and you just snap. When all of that pressure and anger probably it wasn't even from them. So instead of be like, "You stressing me out, get out of my face, leave me alone," to say, "Mommy's feeling overwhelmed. Give me 5 minutes." So what if that don't work? Sit your motherfucking head down right here. So when that don't work, what do we do? Can somebody let me know in the comments? Because I don't know what to do. I just walk away. Like, hey, I said mommy needs 5 or 10 minutes. Let me get out of the damn way before I explode. We need to teach our star seeds how to respect boundaries. Teach them to respect your no. And that not every want equals a need. Dang. So we gotta teach them to respect the no. Excuse me. What do they mean by that? What do you mean by respect the no? Do they mean this? Okay, so, Mom, can I have a granola bar? Not right now. Wait. 1 minute later. Mom, can I have a granola bar? You can have one in a second. No. 1 second. 1 minute later. Mom, can I have a granola bar? No. So how can you get them to respect your no? When you say no and they continue to ask, what do you do? How do you handle or how do you set the boundaries for them to respect your no? Could you please let me know in the comments? Because, like I said, I need to know. I need to know how you parents, male or female, navigate with keeping and having the children to respect the boundaries, especially when, they may have gotten off course and you are revamping them, reteaching them. Like, what do we do? If a child interrupts, we're still talking about respecting your boundaries. If a child interrupts you, let's say you're on the phone or something, firmly remind them, but gently, but firmly, I'll listen after I finish this call. And also, just add, I'll finish. You're being disrespectful right now. You see me on this call. I'll answer you when I finish this call. Something to that effect. We also need self-care boundaries. Normalize parents taking time for themselves, such as exercise, rest, or even date night, because this shows the children that adults don't lose themselves in parenting. So we need a mindset shift. Boundaries are not punishment. They're love and structure. What? So you telling me boundaries not punishment? So you telling me that you telling me no is not punishment? No, it's a boundary, and we have to be strong enough to keep those boundaries in place. So, since boundaries are not punishment, um, but love in action, love in structure, they say, I love you enough to guide you. They say, I respect myself enough to keep balance. It also says, I trust you enough to learn limits. So basically, practicing healthy boundaries I help our children grow into respectful, independent adults while preventing parental burnout. Need to get some boundaries up around this club.
Right.
Children raised with boundaries usually thrive in school, friendships, and later relationships because they've already learned the rules of balance and respect at home. Well, damn. So, how can you how can balancing parenting children and not burning out or feeling drained at the end of the day? Let me see. Parenting is one of the most rewarding roles, but it can also be one of the most draining if not balanced intentionally. Many parents end their day completely burnt out because they've given everything away and left nothing for themselves. Let's find out how to shift that. First, we need to understand why parents get burnt out. We need to understand why parents get burnt out. Yeah, yeah. What you supposed to? I mean, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to get burnt out because that's inevitable. But of course, we need a break. So, why parents usually burn out? They get burned out by overfunctioning, always doing everything for their children instead of teaching independence. Parents get burnt out because they have no boundaries, not carving out adult time, work time, or rest time. Let's not forget about the emotional load carrying guilt, worry, and perfectionism, and neglecting self-care, forgetting you're a person first, parent second. So, what are some practical strategies for balance? Structure your day. Energy management, not just time management. Plan high energy tasks such as work, chores, playtime with kids earlier. Save low energy restorative activities for evenings such as reading, walks, and silence. Create bedtime routines for children that give you recovery time. Share the load. Split parenting tasks with your partner or co-parent. Ask your children, even young ones, to take on small responsibilities because it teaches them independence. Use outside support, such as family sitters and after school programs, without guilt, especially if you have that option. Build micro recharges into the day. Even 5 to 10 minutes of quiet breathing, music, journaling, or stretching can reset the energy. Take breaks before you feel fully drained. Don't wait until you collapse. Set boundaries with children. Teach them that parents also need rest and alone time. Regularly connect with other adults, partners, friends, and community. This keeps you from feeling isolated in parent-only modes. We all know that this comes with a mindset shift. So parenting isn't about sacrificing yourself daily. It's about modeling balance. If your children see you burnt out every night, they learn adulthood equals exhaustion. If they see you balance, rest, fun, and responsibility, they learn adulthood equals wholeness. You can prevent burnout by sharing responsibility, respecting your own boundaries, and recharging daily, not just waiting for vacations or weekends. A healthy parent equals healthy children. So, how can we practice on not making children over clingy? We can do that by helping our children grow into secure, independent individuals without being overly clingy. Is a balance every parent has to practice. Clinginess usually comes from fear, insecurity, or not being taught how to self-soothe and explore the world. Clinginess usually comes from fear, insecurity, or not being taught how to self-soothe and explore the world with confidence. This is why children become overly clingy because of inconsistent boundaries. Sometimes you say yes, sometimes no, so they keep reaching for reassurance. Overdependence. Parents doing everything for them instead of teaching independence. Separation anxiety. Not enough practice being away from parents in safe ways. Parental signals. If children sense your stress, guilt, or fear when they separate, they mirror it. So, how in the hell can we practice raising children without them being overly clingy? I don't know. Let's find out though. Build security first. Clinginess reduces when children trust you'll return. Create goodbye rituals. Be consistent. Always follow through on your promises. Encourage independence in small steps by giving age-appropriate responsibilities. Tidying up their toys, choosing their clothes, and helping with meals. Let them try and fail instead of rushing to fix everything for them. Praise effort, not just results. Gradual separation practice. Start with short separations. Play in another room for 10 minutes. Work up to longer ones with time. Time with relatives, play dates, and school activities. Always reconnect warmly afterward so they learn separation isn't abandonment. Model confidence. Children Children mirror energy. If you act worried when leaving, they'll cling harder. Stay calm, confident, and brief when saying goodbye. Long goodbyes fuel anxiety. So we have to learn how to teach emotional regulation. Help them name feelings. You feel sad when I'm leaving, but you'll be okay. Teach self-soothing strategies, deep breathing, comfort toy, journaling, etc. Help them to balance their attention. Give children quality one-on-one time daily so they don't cling out of attention hunger. Set boundaries. Now I'm cooking. You can play with your toys. This, yet again, is going to require a mindset shift. And the shift is going to be independence is not rejection, it's growth. A child who isn't overly clingy is more confident socially, better at handling challenges, able to form healthy, balanced relationships later in life. So the key is to provide secure attachment and consistent boundaries, plus gradual independence. And this will teach your children you are safe, you are loved, and you are capable without me right next to you. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with Empress Star. Don't forget to come hang out, spend a little time with me tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern at Sacred Space. It's a surprise topic. Come hang on out. Thank you so much. Next voice you're going to hear is Cozmik Mind.
And stop trying to parent these goddamn children like the goddamn Europeans, goddammit. Huh? Yeah. Empress Star, man. Y'all know we got some hard-headed ass children sometime, man. Y'all know we was hard-headed, a lot of us. So come on, man. Y'all know some of this new age parenting shit ain't gonna work. You gonna have to snatch these niggas up by the goddamn collar sometimes. And what they used to call it back in the day, yoke them up. You gotta yoke them up. Sometimes you gotta yoke a motherfucker, ain't it, man? All right, let me go and get to this conclusion and this conclusion overview. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of this done real quick, man, so we can get out of here, man. And Sacred Space gonna be all in your face again. That's a space created for the women and the ladies, the empresses, whatever, to go ahead and elevate, ladies. So no more excuses at this juncture. Here's a comprehensive conclusion overview, tying together everything we've discussed on balancing children and relationships, social life, practicing healthy boundaries and parents, avoiding burnout, preventing children from becoming overly clingy. Overall conclusion, overview, balance is key for everyone in the family. Parenting works best when it's not about total sacrifice, however, about integration. That's why I be telling y'all, man, the more adults, the merrier. That's why when I talk about poly, a lot of y'all ladies, man, that's why you burnt out, because you don't have no help. You feel me? So anyway, children thrive when their parents balance love for them with maintaining a healthy relationship, social life, and personal well-being. So the better you are, the better they are. You feel me? How you gonna be the best for somebody else when you're not even the best for yourself? How you gonna show up for everybody else when you're not showing up for your motherfucking self? As your best self, not just showing up as a raggedy motherfucker. You hear me? Or a motherfucker running on fumes. A fulfilled parent is far more effective. A fulfilled parent is far more effective than a exhausted one. Healthy boundaries build respect and interdependence. We do independence, not interdependence, y'all. Boundaries are not rejection, they are structure. Teaching children that parents have needs, space, and time creates respect, reduces over dependency, and models how relationships should function. Children who grow up with boundaries usually become more responsible, respectable, etc., intelligent, etc. Avoiding burnout is essential, not optional. Burnout drains joy from parenting. Burnout drains joy from parenting and teaches children that adulthood equals exhaustion. So y'all be thinking that shit is doing your children a fucking solid, them seeing you tired as fuck all the goddamn time. You thinking you, I guess, doing some shit. I don't know. You really fucking them over. Anyway, the antidote is energy management. The antidote is energy management, shared responsibilities, micro rest breaks, and self-care. When parents recharge daily, they are more patient, present, and emotionally stable with their children. Preventing over clinginess equals preparing children for the world. You gotta prepare them for the world, because the world not gonna give a fuck. I be telling my star seeds all the time, the world ain't gonna give a fuck if you crying and whining and shit like that. The world does not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Preventing over clinginess and preparing your children for the world. Clinginess often comes from insecurity, inconsistency, or overprotection. The solution is security attachment plus gradual interdependence, letting children try, make mistakes, and build confidence. This balance gives them roots, security, and wings interdependence. Modeling healthy living teaches more than words. Children learn less from what parents say and more from what they parents do. If they see you balancing love, boundaries, rest, and interdependence, they internalize those same practices for their future. Final takeaway: parenting isn't about giving every ounce. We need to say this like real slow. Parenting, a parent is renting. You feel me? Parenting, you feel me? Isn't about giving every ounce of yourself until you're drained. It's about leading by the motherfucking example. Show your children that love includes structure, boundaries, structure, that relationships includes respect, and that adulthood can be joyful and balanced. In doing so, you raise children or cultivate children who are secure, interdependent, and prepared for life, while keeping yourself whole and your relationship strong. I hope this helps somebody, man, relationship, man, that might be going through a little this and that, little burnout, little strain or whatever, because, you know, we get so engulfed in our career, engulfed in the children and whatever, we just throw ourselves into the back of the warehouse or on the back burner and shit. So hopefully this does something inspirational, inspiring for whoever. And like I said, make sure you come back through later on tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for a Sacred Space with Empress Star. Should take you far no matter where you are. And guess what? Cozmik Mind UV.